This looks really awesome on a home theater. And now the movie starts. I'll skip it a couple of notches just to let you know that the movie hasn't started.
Ships, motorcycles.
That's Strong Legacy.
Where the circuit's like freeways. Tron.
Fights for the users.
Okay. Now, while the movie is being played, you can still have few options to fiddle around with. Now, like for example, you have the information about which movie is playing, and the finish time, start time, things like that, blah blah. If you click on the speaker icon, you have the volume, audio offset, then audio output, HDMI, and subtitles. Like for example, I only have one subtitle, so it shows 1 out of 1. If you have multiple subtitles, it will show you. You can choose the subtitles, choose the folder, browse the folder where the subtitles are located if they are not, located at the default location. Things like that. And if you click on the camera icon, the interlacing handling, and crop black bars, which usually I avoid. You can zoom, change the brightness, contrast, blah blah blah, things like that. So that's what we have while playing the movie. Stop it right now. So this is how the movie plays. Now I'll show you how I've configured to use external player to play the Blu-ray ISO, because one of the major drawbacks of XBMC is that it does not support Blu-ray ISO. It does support the Blu-ray folder playback. So if you have a complete Blu-ray folder on your hard drive, it would pick up the Blu-ray folder structure and start playing the movie. But it does not support right now the complete Blu-ray ISO. Plus, it also does not support HD audio right now, which is a letdown. The developers are working on it, and with the next version, most probably the bit streaming, HD audio bit streaming, will be supported. As I said, there are media players which do support HD audio, and I have tried them as well. But the polished look which XBMC gives, it's phenomenal. It's outstanding. I was not satisfied with any other media center except XBMC. So what we did is that I have configured XBMC to launch an external player, Total Media Theater 5 in this case, to play a Blu-ray ISO, so that I can have a full HD audio bit streaming, which is what the Total Media Theater 5 supports. Okay, so I have Blu-ray ISO for Matrix, and This Is It, and The Dark Knight. So I'll try to play The Dark Knight. Now, in the entire lot, finding the movie can be the pain in the neck. So we have an option to actually search the movie. I'll search the movie, The Dark Knight. So D-A-R-K. The dark is sufficient. So it gives you the result, The Dark Knight. And if you click on it, it searches the movie. Now, if you right click on the movie, go to play using, and this is something which I've configured. On default settings, you would not be even seeing play using. There would not be any play using when you right click on the movie on the default settings. So everything needs to be configured, which if interested I'll share with you on the thread. So play using, and then I have the option to play it for DVD player or TMT5, which is Total Media Theater 5. I'll choose that. And what it does is that it runs a script which you see at the background, and Total Media Theater is launched, and you can start playing the movie from here. we go. That's the Dark Knight. And I'll show you, that it is bit streaming HD audio. And a moment. Let the menu load first. This. Okay, here we go. So we have the menu, scene selection. You select a scene. Select the first scene. Doesn't make a difference. And the Dark Knight, the thing with Dark Knight is that by default it does not load the True HD audio, which is something which I did not know, and I was pretty pissed off. Why isn't my receiver showing True HD? That was because by default it doesn't load True HD, so you have to go into language settings and then you have to choose English Dolby True HD. And I'll show you. Here we go. My receivers. Here we go. So the red True HD does look satisfying. I know that when it comes up onto your receiver, it gives you a satisfying feeling that yep, that is bit streaming. That is Dolby True HD. And this is being played by Total Media Theater. XBMC has just loaded the player and the player is playing. These are the options, and you can actually click on the information and you can see here that it's actually bit streaming.
Great, look, guy, let's do this. I see 3 guys, 2 guys on the roof. Every guy gets a share, 5 shares, 20, 6 shares. Don't forget
All
the guy
read
who
to
put the
HD
job, he
pasta.
thinks he can sit it out and still take a slice. I know that they call him the Joker. So why do they call him the Joker? I heard he wears makeup. Makeup? Yes, yeah, war paint.
So that's how it is. And when you stop the movie and cross out the player, you come back to XBMC and you have a tick mark on the top that you have completed the movie. Here it gives you a check mark showing that you have seen the movie, which you can of course change. Again, if you right click, you can click on marked as unwatched, and the check mark would go away. So that's how you configure to use third player, so that you have the proper bit streaming as well. One last feature, there are a lot of other things, but since the video is getting too long, one last feature that you can now, since I have directly booted into XBMC, without Windows Explorer being loaded at the background, if I want to use, say for example, I want to quickly check out the movie details on IMDb or things like that, or browse my mail or things like that, I can configure XBMC to load applications, the third-party applications, which I've done. I've done XBMC. I've configured XBMC to load the Firefox for me, so that if I want to browse, I can do it within XBMC. So I'll go into the programs. Here I've configured to open Firefox and saved it in my favorites. So if I go into the favorites, it shows you Firefox. If I click on it, Firefox will load. probably just browse it as usual. There we go. And I have configured my page to look a bit big, so you know, the Google and everything, it appears to be big, so that I can browse comfortably sitting on my couch. And if I click on, if I close my browser, I'm brought back to XBMC. So that's how it is, friends. I'll share every information into my thread, and if people want to know how I've configured, they can ask the question on the thread, and I'll try to answer them as fast as possible, providing you every information from where I was able to configure XBMC according to my needs. So thanks for watching my video, and have a nice day, and bye bye.